Here we go, back again with another video, and today we're going to be talking about the new home and away kits released today. Yes, the new home and away kits released today. And also, is Tony Mowbray actually being really backed to the full? So, Sunderland AFC is delighted to reveal the club's new home and away kits for the 23-24 season. Manufactured by Nike, our new home shirt is a throwback to the lad's iconic 80s jersey, sported by the host club of legends including Gary Bennett, Eric Gates from 83 to 86. The Black Cats will also hit the road next season with a fresh new look, with the kit club's away kit embracing a striking pink and purple colour. Heralding from County Durham, the new kits were first modelled by talented musicians Elizabeth Little and Tom A. Smith, who are both making waves in the industry. So there we go. We're going to show you some photos now of the kits. I will talk you through it and you can make your mind up and let me know your thoughts on the new home and away strips in the comments. So here we start with the away kit, a nice pink and purple shirt with a no V-neck, a rounded neck. What's your thoughts on the colours on this? You know, but I've looked at it a few times now. When I first saw it, I didn't really like it when I first seen it, but it's starting to grow on me a little bit. Now we're going to see from a side view. Stick-on badge is not good though. Right, there's a side. The pattern is pink and purple, a dark purple and a light purple on the side and the back. It doesn't look too bad, to be fair. I don't like the big spread X on the front of betting company. I don't like the sticky on badge, but the colours are starting to grow on me bit by bit as it goes along. What's your thoughts on the away strip so far? We'll move to the home strip next. Right, so here we have the home strip. There we have it, the big spread X betting on the front, which is a bit of a disappointment. The sticky on badge. And you know, as I do like the red and white stripes. Last season we had a bit of black in, so I'm pleased it looks a bit better with the red and white stripes. Now we'll see Pierre-Emerick modelling the shirt. Now, what's your thoughts on the red and white stripes going up the top? Is it too much white? I do prefer V-neck to the round collar style. It does look like a t-shirt. £55 for this t-shirt. Yes, £55. I wish the colours would go further up and not as much white. It looks a little bit strange, but I hope Pierre-Emerick has a good season this season. He's going to be a beast in midfield. Hopefully he'll do that shirt just as I'm sure he will. He'll score goals and be a beast in midfield. Here we have a little bit of a side view of it though. Again, for me, there's too much white and not enough stripes. We'll go to the back side of Pierre-Emerick. There's the back view of Pierre. You know, the Virtu. Again, I do love the red and white stripes. The simple, simplistic red and white stripes are nice, but I just wish there was more and less of the white. But what's your thoughts on the home strip? And which strip is your favourite? So there you go, there's my thoughts on the strips. What's your thoughts? Let me know down below. Are they good home and away kits? Is there too much white? Do you prefer the V-neck to the round neck? And why do we not have the sewn on badges? £55 a peach! £55 each! Yes, the first friendlies take place tomorrow against South Shields at 12:30 and Gateshead at 4 o'clock. So players that are available to take part. New signings, Jason Seat will not be involved in either game as he continues to his rehabilitation of his injury to his ankle. Likewise, AJ Alessi, Dennis Serkin, Ross Stewart, Corey Evans will not be available to continue their recovery with their own respective injuries. More positive news, Elliot Embleton is back training on the grass while he will feature in the fixtures. He won't feature in the fixtures on Saturday. Head Tony Mowbray reserves hopes that the attacking midfielder could make a return to the pitch during the club's tour of the USA. Tickets for our trip to South Shields have been sold out, with 4,000 tickets sold across both sets of fans. A record attendance for the First Cloud Arena will be broken. Well done everybody going to South Shields. The tickets for the Gateshead game are still available but are selling out quickly. Social media coverage will be active via our pages on Twitter and Instagram, so no live streams available for either. So we all know last season Sunderland's, hierarchy, KLD, Sartori, at the time Donald, Speakman, were all left high and dry when, the likes of Alex Neil left Sunderland we didn't have anybody to bring in, and the Tony Mowbray was brought in because he was the cheapest option around at the time, and he was available. So they brought him in. Now, I'm led to believe, through conversations, is that he was only brought in as a stopgap to the end of the season to see us through, to keep us in the Championship. Never in the wildest dreams did the likes of Speakman and Kildee probably thought that they were going to get into the playoffs and a chance to make it to the playoff final, even in the Premier League. But Tony Mowbray worked miracles last season, absolute miracles, with the shoestring squad he had, with Ross Stewart not being replaced when he was injured, only one striker in Gelhardt, Sims being taken away, the captain being injured, Danny Ballard being out, Alessi Serkin, injuries all over the park, Embleton, you just couldn't make it up. Tony Mowbray worked an absolute miracle last season, there's no doubt about it. He brings the best out of his team, likes of Trey Hume, fabulous, doing a brilliant job last season. Then he had players as well like Ahmad, absolutely fantastic, top goal scorer, irreplaceable to be fair this season. And then we got the likes of also top leading assists with Clark. So all over the pitch, Danny Bart leading from the back with experience. Luke O'Nien. Luke O'Nien's just Luke O'Nien. He is Sunderland through and through, Mr. Sunderland himself. The team rose to the occasion. Each player, stood up to the task, and they did absolutely fantastic. But I think the plan was long term was to bring their own man in at the end of the season, which this Turkish guy, this Turkish head coach, was rumoured to be the guy to replace Tony Mowbray. But because Tony Mowbray done such a fantastic job, they could not replace him. The question I'm going to ask you is, have a good think about it. Is Tony Mowbray being backed with the players he needs to have the full squad for the start of the season? We all know Semedo's being brought in, the young kid Semedo's being brought in, and there's no other striker at this moment in time. 4 weeks to go to the start of the new season comes in. We desperately need somebody in. We need somebody in ASAP for me, ASAP for me, because we've got to bed them in. Got to give them experience, a couple of weeks in there with the lads, with these pre-season friendlies. We need to have players in as soon as possible. That's better. Now, I know everybody out there is high as a kite at the back end of last season to the start of the new season. We brought two centre-backs in, Triantis and Seat. Two decent centre-backs, both unfortunately a little bit injured at the moment. And then also we got Joe Bellingham's come in to replace the likes of the French lad who went last, I forget his name now, the French lad who went back to PSG. So, if we think about it, we've got those players in. Gelhardt went, so we got Semedo in. You got Job for the lad, I keep forgetting his name already, the French guy who from PSG, he's replaced him. You got a couple of centre-backs in who are not really ready yet or fit to get started. So we got Bath and Ballard. So we got similars last season, apart from we are lacking, an experienced striker with no Ross Stewart. We're lacking a plan B with only one striker, a striker like Semedo, who was playing the Benfica under-23s, who may not be up to scratch in the Championship just yet. I want to see the lad hit the floor, run and score and shitloads of goals. But there's a chance we need a plan B, an option just in case. And then, of course, we've lost the best player of the lot, Ahmad. Irreplaceable Ahmad. Who have we got in to replace Ahmad? They're saying this Lahaji is going to be the step up to Ahmad. It's a big ask, isn't it? Let's face it. Lahaji, has got a big reputation. Didn't really show much last season, but now they did do some Benetti, but at the same time, they weren't given much time on the pitch. So hopefully with this pre-season, we'll see a lot more of these two lads, and hopefully they can improve a lot, stand up and be counted. But again, we're asking the question, there's a club this size of Sunderland, and with the owners who I've never actually heard them say this season they want to get promoted, but a lot of people are saying out there, this is the season they want to get promoted. So surely they must have said this. If that's the case, then we need to make a step forward from last season. And for me, having no Mad, having no striker is not a step forward at this moment in time. But yes, I know it's early days, there's a month to go. This is just my opinion. But I've also heard rumours coming out is that Tony Mowbray isn't their option to be the head coach of Sunderland. And they've really had their hands tied because how well he did last season. So are they going to back him 100%? Is going into a new season with only one striker with no experience backing your manager to do well, to get us into the top 6. It's going to be a bloody tough ask. We need a mad replaced. Simple as, we need a mad replaced, and we need another striker in. Now, between now and then, they may well step up to the mark. Speakman, they've done a great job with acquisitions. They may well step up to the mark and bring 3, 4, 5 players in. But the proof will be in the pudding. We'll see, you'll see, I'll see between now and the start of the season if we go into the season with more than one striker. Stuart's out between September and October. Everyone's happy. Everyone's fully behind the programme. What we do in bringing youngsters in. Yes, we are, but we do need a little bit of touch of experience in there as well. The players have got a bit of experience from last season, I'll give you that. But we're lacking in certain areas. Now, for me, the goalkeeping option of Patterson is amazing. Patterson, for me, first choice. Let's hope he can go through the whole season without getting an injury. But are we taking a risk and not having a better goalkeeper as the backup? Again, Ross Stewart, he might never get back. He might never be the same player again. And if we want to get promotion this season, we're going to have a plan B. If Semedo's plan A, we need a plan B just in case. Or we need to bring somebody in to play alongside Semedo until Stewart's fit. Mowbray is not KLD. Again, this is just what I've heard from certain sources. It's not KLD, Satori, and I don't know if Speakman has any choice. Their first choice is head coach. So are they going to back him 100%? And I mean 100%, like a team that wants to get promoted. Let's hope all the lads do really well in the pre-season. All the youngsters stay injury-free. They all come through and they gel together. And these youngsters who are going to replace Ahmad in the likes of Semedo, replacing Stewart and Gelhardt at this moment in time. Sims looks like he's going to go to Coventry for 77 million. 7 million. Looks like we're not going to go for Madger, and a lot of people don't want me, and Gelhardt needs to be kept at Leeds, so we're going to have to go for another option of a striker. And, at the end of the day, watch this space. That's all I can say. Watch this space, and we'll see at the start of the season what happens, and to see whether, I hope Ross Stewart's back. I hope they're not, I know it sounds really stupid, and I've heard people say this. It does sound really stupid. Why would they not back Tony Mowbray? Why would they want him to fail so they can get the own man in and then waste that opportunity in the championship to stay in it again for another season before I just beggars belief. I just don't know. But I have my doubts. As much as I want this to work, I want the youngsters to be bedded in and do really well, and I want more players in. Simple as I want more players in. I have my doubts, I really do. I want Tony Mowbray to succeed. I want Tony Mowbray to do well this season. But at the same time, I want to feel like he's being fully backed by the owners, fully backed by the regime. And at this moment in time, I just feel like he's not. He's just not. That's just my opinion. Leave me your opinion down below. Am I talking bollocks? I don't mind you saying I'm talking bollocks, because a lot of time I do. Or am I making any kind of sense? But this is not just me saying this, right? This is not just me saying this. I'm saying this because I've heard it, right? So there we go. Right, take care. God bless me. God go with you. Hopefully we can get a couple of wins tomorrow. A good couple. Remember, it's friendlies. Go up there, have some exercise, some good entertaining football. Enjoy themselves, get themselves a bit fitter, and hopefully we'll move on to the next friendly. Right, take care. God bless me. God go with you. And let me know your comments on the new shirts. I think as time goes on, things is getting worse. Bye.